Goodbyes can often be difficult, and really always are difficult, whether that goodbye came from a voluntary reason or a forced reason. But I do feel that given current circumstances, it is very important to me that I formally say goodbye to all of you. So, welcome for the last time to the Reviews by Ryan channel, and a special welcome back to all of my subscribers who have watched any of my reactions on this channel up to the point that I had to put it on ice. I did want to share with you all some very, very important news as we start off 2024, and my apologies. Happy New Year's to all of you. I am recording this on January 1st. Don't know if I'll get it posted today, but I did want to make this video today. But I hope all of you are doing well, you're safe. I really hope all of you in Japan are safe. I know there was a huge earthquake that struck sadly today in Western Japan, and I do have a couple of friends that are out there and they're fine. And I hope that if any of you are out there, or have any family or loved ones out there, that you are also doing well by the time you find this video. So it has become increasingly clear to me that it is time to say goodbye to this channel. And a lot of it is due to how hectic my life is, but there's a huge thing that has happened and that has really come together over the last couple of weeks and really the last month that has made it very clear that I'm going to need to delegate a lot of my time and attention to that. And that something is that as of today, I have officially returned to working in the Japanese entertainment industry under a contract. So this isn't my full-time job. I'm still working in computer science as my full-time, but I have returned to the company that I was working originally with prior to COVID, completely destroying everything, messing up my visa and everything in between, and having to see that dream die as quickly as it started. But I am very happy to say that the dream is alive and well, and as of today, I have started working in a remote capacity, but still working with said company. And because of that, and because of the requirements associated with the job now and in the future, the language requirements that will be required now and in the future, and just a lot of other things that I'm going to have to deal with to support that. It is very clear that I need to part ways with things that may not benefit me in the way that I need it to at this point, if you know what I mean. It's just kind of one of those situations where I have to really focus now. I can no longer lollygag or anything. COVID showed that things can be completely uprooted at the drop of a hat, and you have to really, if you know that you have a passion for something and you really want to pursue that something, that you have to really grind down and do the work that's necessary to make that a reality. And that is what I'm having to do today. This channel, I can't even begin to tell you guys how much I have loved this channel, doing reactions. I know that there are some people who've come on each one of my videos hating on me, having to remind me that nobody cares about me, nobody cares about these type of channels, that I'm just a fake entertainer, etc., etc. And I don't do this to try to be an entertainer, quite frankly. I mean, there are plenty of professionals who do that for a living and do that quite well, and that's not me. But I will say that one thing this channel did help me realize is that what I like to do and the passions that I have, a lot of them are better suited off screen, behind the scenes, delivering content, but not being the focal point of that content. I've actually never been a person that's really liked to be the focal point of anything. I don't like controversy like that. I like to try to keep the PC if at all possible. And obviously running a reaction channel means there's going to be controversy. There's going to be something I'm going to say that some of you are going to absolutely hate. As I go into this new year and I look towards the future of great things that are going to be happening this year and beyond, I realize that it is time for me to reel myself back, refocus on the goals that I'm actually trying to accomplish, and make sure that I'm doing things that are helping those goals move along and helping me grow as a result of that. So sorry, I didn't write anything out for this video, so my words are really all over the place right now, and I do apologize. But the bottom line of what I'm trying to get to is that as much as I've loved doing this channel, it's very clear that it is in the way, and I need to take this time to refocus on the things that I need to be doing. And instead of constantly putting this channel on a season by season by season hiatus, it's just time to call it quits. And there's nothing wrong with calling something quits when you realize you've done everything you can do with it and you're ready to move on to that next stage. And that's pretty much where I'm at. I never planned for this channel to get, even the 400 something subscribers that it still has, despite me being on hiatus for 2 months. And for you 411, 412 people who did subscribe to this channel, you have my sincerest appreciation, love, and thanks for being fans of this channel and seeing something in my videos that you liked enough that you wanted to stay around and, see when videos got posted. And so I really do, from the bottom of my heart, thank all of you for being fans of this channel and for watching any of my reaction videos. I want to send a special shout out to my Ocean Co crew, my Don Machi crew, and I can't forget you, my Made in Abyss crew, as these 3 animes were easily the top 3 reaction series that I had on this channel, and also that not only did I have a lot of deep, intriguing dialogue, but I got to meet some of you in real life at other events and things that I went to in the country and around the world. So for all of you that watched even a second or a minute of my videos, I truly, truly do want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting this channel and for supporting me in this endeavor of running a reaction channel. There's a lot that I learned from this. I have a lot of respect for those that are on YouTube that actually try to make, that do this for a living daily, like not just, anime reaction channels, but just actually try to make YouTube a living. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how you're able to, how these people are able to keep up, with their real life and also with the editing and putting videos together, recording it, keeping your mind straight and this and that. But they do a phenomenal job. There's a lot of people that I've actually are watching that are also stepping away from YouTube after running their channels 5, 10, 15 years. There's one that he's been running it since YouTube begun, and now he's finally taking a step away. And it seems 2024 is a year that a lot of people are not taking things for granted anymore. They're going to pull themselves back from things that may have been preventing them from doing things they're really passionate about, and they're going to be going out in the world and going to pursue those things that they might have shelved for a very long time. And that's what's happening with me. And so I want to say that on top of me being back in the industry and working for this company again, I have made a very big decision that I'm actually going to be parting ways with this house in the near/distant future. I had a lot of conversations behind the scenes, and I realized that this house has stressed me out since the separation from my ex, and that there are a lot of things that I want to still do in my life. There's places that I want to see, and I don't want to be, strung down here. And I want to get out in the world and actually be able to truly enjoy. So not just do these 1 or 2 week stints where I hop to a place and have to come back and go through the same grudging process of life, but I actually want to go and do stuff that really means something to me and that I feel I can leave a profound impact with, or it's just something that will bring me real happiness than just having to, be a cog in the system and, having to work jobs that I don't really want to be at and then only get 10 to 15 days a year to be able to go do other stuff and have to rush back here. So there's a lot of things that I'm still working out with that. But as I start to get more reacclimated with the company and the contract. I do plan to leave the state that I live in, and if things go the way I want to within the next year and a half, I do plan to leave the United States and to go out into the world and do my best to enjoy the rest of my 30s and to pursue passions and loves that I have not been able to do for quite a while, or I've been able to do, but only half-heartedly because of how stressful my real life is and having to work myself to the brim just to keep this house afloat. So, but thank you, thank you, thank you. I really, really do appreciate all of you. And before I wrap this video up, I did want to share for the final time one of my ratings. I decided I'm going to skip the fall ratings because there's just not enough time. But I did want to put up on screen my final ratings of what will be my top 10 anime for the 2023 year. So there you have it, my final rating video that I'll ever do on this page. And I'm not going to talk about all 10. I again want to give a shout out to all the studios, authors, producers for any anime that I watched in this 2023 anime year. This year was packed with superstar animes, a lot that didn't even make this top 10 list just because of how tight this top 10 ended up being. But I really had to think about the shows that had the greatest emotional impact on me on top of being solid stories, and I do feel that these 10 were the best 10 for me personally. I do want to talk just briefly about the top 3. In third place, Danmachi's 4th season was easily the best season of this series. We've never had such a good season of Danmachi. Everything about Ru's Familia and everything that she went through and the deep regret and hatred that she felt for herself, the survivor's guilt, everything, and being able to find that inner peace in Belle as they had to deal with the dungeon where they were at. Every part of that story was just absolutely mesmerizing, depressing, and just filled with a lot of grief, but also hope for the future. And I feel that this is truly where Don Machi as a series shines. As a series shines, and I just really didn't have too many negatives. This was easily the strongest. It was a profound season on me, and it did easily come into the top 10 spots, and I decided to settle it in the top 3. For Oshinoko, I mean, I know many of you are probably really surprised. For those of you who watched my Oshinoko reaction and saw how profoundly invested I was, you're probably really, excuse my language, really fucking surprised that I ended up putting it in second and that it didn't take the top spot this year. But regardless of it not taking the top spot, I mean, Oshinoko speaks for itself. What a show. What a show. What a show. Easily my top entertainment industry show that I've ever watched in anime. I am profoundly connected to the characters that were present. You know, the decision to have Ai as a 90-minute introduction just to kill her off is really, really sick and just absolutely crushed me to the deepest depths of my heart. But I feel that it really helped lay this story out, and I'm just over the moon impressed with the production quality that we got from Oshinoko. It was absolutely a top tier show, and it absolutely has deserved all the accolades that it's gotten. And so that just leaves what ended up in the top 1 spot. And I mean, even I'm surprised that Frieren actually has taken the top spot. But I realized at the end of episode 10 going into 11, after how Aura was handled and the portrayal of a world of demons and fantasy and everything that this show's trying to do, Frieren has really helped make the fantasy genre better. I said what I said. And that is a very key point when it comes to me choosing a top show. Not just a show that followed status quo or anything. And Oshinoko didn't follow status quo either. Again, it was my top 1 show until Frieren decided to come and just completely destroy my ratings for the year. But Frieren has truly helped bring back the excitement of fantasy anime. It really, really has. It hasn't needed to depend on any gimmick like isekais or anything like that. It has held its own. Every episode, even though there's a lot of dialogue in this show, has found a way to captivate myself, to captivate the audience, to realize the bittersweetness of the journey that she's been going through with her new squad. And I just realized that this show is probably going to go down as one of the best fantasy anime we've probably ever seen. And it's so refreshing to see that it hasn't had to depend on the isekai trope or whatever, or all the other tropes that you all know we've had to go through with fantasy-based anime. And that's not taking anything away from shows that follow the isekai trope. Again, Mushoku Tensei, I know y'all don't see it on my top 10, and there are reasons for that. I obviously don't have time to go into it in this video, but still, that's another great example. That's a phenomenal series, and it does a phenomenal job. Even though it uses the isekai trope, it does do a great job of making its own. So do not misunderstand me for a second that any isekai can't be a good fantasy anime. That's not the case. But the fact of the matter is that Frieren didn't need to depend on any of those gimmicks, and it's managed to become one of the greatest animes in the fantasy genre. And as you guys have probably seen on my anime list, it is at this present moment, 14 or 15 episodes in, the #1 anime of all time at 9.14, and it has held that rating for weeks. Just absolutely over the moon incredible stuff that Frieren has done. The production team, the author, everyone that's involved with that series should really give themselves a round of applause. I know, a huge pat on the back and as many drinks as they want, because I know that the show's not over yet, but it would really take an act of just complete cataclysmic destruction for the show not to end in the spot that it's at right now. So I do feel that given what it has done, what I feel it's done for its genre, and what it will ultimately do for anime as a whole, I do feel that it has earned the top spot over Oshinoko. And so my top 3 is Oshinoko #2, Danmachi in #3, and Frieren in the top spot for the 2023 year. And so with that, it is time to say goodbye. And I've already said everything in the first part of this video, but again, I really, really, truly want to thank all of you for watching any of my reaction videos. If you loved my videos, thank you so much for supporting this channel. It truly means a lot to me. If you hated my videos but still watched it, well, you watched it. So thank you for watching anyway. So obviously you don't need to like or subscribe to the channel because I won't be coming back. But if you are interested in seeing my journeys that will be coming up in the near and distant future, I do have a Travel by Ryan channel. That channel is not associated with anime whatsoever, and right now it primarily has flight footage on there, but I will be slowly but surely converting that channel over into a proper travel blog kind of thing, where it will still be a lot of my videos of planes and stuff like that, because I love recording being on planes, landings and takeoffs and stuff like that, and I'm a very big aviation junkie. But I am going to try to start sharing a little bit more with my journeys once I get out of this house and I start pursuing my other passions that I want to do over the course of the rest of my life. So if you are interested in that and you would like to still check on that type of content, how I'm doing, I'll drop that link in this video, and feel free to go and subscribe to that channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you again. You guys are the absolute best. I truly hope all of you have a wonderful 2024. I hope this year gives you everything that you possibly could want out of this year. I hope all of your New Year's resolutions and goals are achieved. I hope all of your anime expectations are completely blown out of the water. And I really hope the best for all of you. I really, really do. So thank you for joining me on the Review by Ryan channel. And for the last time, catch you later.